DC here. Hi guys. Well, we're on a little adventure, little trip.
Hello.
And I'm with Mrs. DC. She has her birthday on the 2nd of August. And since none of us are free at that time, well, we decided to take a weekend. Well, it's not a weekend because we're Thursday. But to take a day away together. And we'll be going to visit a place called the Latanium. I'll show you later on. But what it will be is it's a kind of archaeological museum on the shore of Lake Neuchâtel. Okay, this guy was trying to run us over for a second. No, he's okay. Yeah. And what we'll be doing, we'll be going to a nice hotel for one night. And, well, we'll bring you along. Not for every bit, but we'll bring you along for a little bit. Okay, guys. So I'm going to sign off right now. And we'll be back as soon as I can. Okay, take care. Okay, so we're doing an audio tour of the museum. And as it goes, I mean, it's an archaeology museum, so as it goes, well, I'll bring you along. Hopefully that nobody will tell me I can't film. Well, that's it for now. Okay. If you look at this stone here, I don't know how many of you know Asterix and Obelix, but this is what Obelix is always carrying, a menhir. So it's kind of interesting. I mean, they're going on about telling us, you know, well, in this region, of course, there's a lot of archaeology. Okay, so this is just showing what Neuchâtel looked like in the 15th century, which isn't very different to what it looks like now, finally. Okay. So these are things that, well, different stones and, well, whatever. I mean, different decorations and so on that have come from the searches. Okay. So this is the Apostle Peter and Paul, which are part of a church here. And this was something like around 15th century. Okay guys, so I'm walking around the museum. I mean, I don't intend to show you everything, but it's our special day for Mrs. DC and myself. And yeah, you know, it's kind of fun bringing you along anyway. And she's gotten so used to having me do my YouTube stuff that she knows it. Yeah, that it'll happen. Okay, so, well, just be there when I want to have you. Have fun, guys, and have a nice day. We will. Take care. Okay, so this grave is from the 7th century after Jesus Christ. It's a child of around 13 years old, they say. And they found it, and they say also there are bigger bones next to the child, which actually could maybe be the mother and the child that are together. It's difficult to say, of course, but I mean, this is how the tomb had been found. So 7th century tomb. I'm listening as I'm talking at the same time, so it's a little bit difficult at times. So this is kind of interesting. It's just a picture of a plane. Well, it's a little model plane, but the idea here is showing that they're using the plane to go from up top and, you know, discover the equivalent of crop circles or whatever. But I mean, it's not crop circles as we're thinking of, but it's like showing sometimes like, you know, what has been there before. Like, for example, this one here was a Roman villa. And they can still see the traces. Strange, isn't it? So many years after. So this boat was a transport boat. 2nd century, so AD. And you notice it's flat because it was meant for transport. So this is old. Pretty interesting also how it's built, because it really was a barge basically. So just walking through the museum, there's a lot of arms, like basically, well, as you can see, swords and so on, because this seemingly was a region where, I guess, armament was built, which hasn't changed very much because the Swiss have already been, for years, known, I mean, for building and creating armaments. Okay, we can see that boat that I talked to you about before. The barge. Okay. You can see that this is a very impressive menhir or stone, which is made as such to resemble a person. I mean, this is like 5,000 years before Jesus Christ. Okay, so 5000 BC, and this was found as they were making a highway not so long ago in 1997. Quite impressive. So we are going around a period here which was, well, when people were still living along the lakes, pre-Roman period. By far, of course. Okay, so we've just finished going through the museum, all the way to the Ice Age, so to say. And now we can see, well, let me go over there, there's an archaeologist who is working. How did you like the museum?
Oh, très très bien.
It was fun, wasn't it?
Super.
What's here in front of us is something they call a tumulus. So it's a copy of one. But just to tell you, if you see something like that, at least around here, there's probably a tomb under it. That's one of the reasons they wanted to show it to us. And over there, further off, there's copies of these original villages which were on the side of the lake. And as you can see, we're really at the lake side here. Lake Neuchâtel. Smells nice as well. It's funny, eh? You can be at the seashore, you can be on a lake. There's that nice smell of, I would say, of the fresh breeze, a bit of water. Even if it's not the salt water smell, there's just a nice smell. And the town's a little bit further off. You can probably hear the highway. That, of course, will not create such a nice smell. Okay. Well, that's all for now. And I guess that I will be signing off. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Okay, well, this is a reproduction of a house of 3,000 years ago. Not too bad. It's a it's a one-boat house, maybe a two-boat house if one is away. And, well, you know something? It's not that small. Of course, I don't know what was expected to be in there, if it was animals as well. But, pretty cool. I mean, and they would have lived on the side of the lake like this. Because the idea was not, that's a false idea that these things are over the water. They aren't actually. They're made, I guess, for when the water comes up. But they were built that way. Well, that's pretty cool, in a way. These people, should we say, had it made? Well, I don't think they had these stairs, though. Yeah, and mud walls mixed. So that's, I mean, like these, you've probably seen thatch cottages, things like that. I mean, this is not quite, this is similar, with mud walls beside wood walls. You know, they knew how to build things. I mean, we're talking, okay, this is a reproduction, of course, but it's a reproduction of 3,000 years old. Okay, oh, can you go in? So we'll take the stairs. And let's see. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it's not like if, you know, it's not like if they weren't using it for everything. So it was barn, house, and everything. Okay, guys. That'll be it for now. Take care.
Où est-ce qu'il dormait?